We need a picture.
Everyone, come.
It's a great night. It's a perfect night.
Everyone together.
La familia Madrigal!
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
They were everywhere. The house was in trouble. The candle was... Abuela, I promise that's enough.
There is nothing wrong with La Casa Madrigal. The magic is strong. And so are the drinks. Please, music.
Mirabel, I have to go to Leguizamo's for Isabela's engagement. Stay away from Luisa until I can talk to her. Tonight, we can't have any more problems. And whatever you're doing, stop doing it.
Okay. Right. Smile. Do we have it? Wait,
yeah,
the angle.
Go to the edge.
Wait, the angle.
Go to the edge. Oh, wow. The ACLU.
Señora, por favor.
Abuela, please. There's gotta be an explanation.
I hate you.
Oh, I'm a loser.
Luisa.
What did you do?
I'm not doing anything. It's Bruno's vision. It's...
No, I'm still sad. It didn't work.
You're very sweaty.
Well!
Yeah, my gift wasn't helping the family, but I love my family, you know?
I know him, y'all. I know him.
Ruined her proposal. Plus, P.S. Kitty's just annoying. Oh, of course it's Isabella. And what's her problem with me anyway? She's the one with roses coming out of her...
Mirabel! Oh, sorry.
I love him.
Sister, that's great. Every time.
Everything was perfect. Abuela was happy. The family was happy. You want to be a better sister? Apologize for ruining my life. Go on. Apologize.
Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful, and she's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort.
Some of us have bigger problems, you selfish, entitled princess!
Selfish? I've been stuck being perfect my whole entire life, and literally, the only thing you have ever done for me is mess things up!
Oh. All right.
Nothing is messed up! You can still marry that big dumb hunk!
I never wanted to marry him! I was doing it for the family!
And you have to be sexy, and you have to be this, and you have to be that, and you have to be nice, and you have to... It's like, I can't be all those things at once. I'm a human being.
Waking up every day and still being fucking ugly. That shit get old. Like, why my glow up keep passing me?
I rise. I rise. Thank you.
This and the candle burn brighter and the cracks. Mirabel. That's why I'm in the vision. I'm saving the miracle. You have to stop, Mirabel. The cracks started with you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Bruno left because of you.
Why do you act like that?
Like what?
The way that you act, you don't see how you act, why people don't want to be around you?
No.
Look how you act.
I know.
Luisa's losing her powers. Isabella's out of control because of you. I don't know why you weren't given a gift, but it is not an excuse for you to hurt this family.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I will never be good enough for you. Will I? No matter how hard I try. Bruno left our family because you only saw the worst in him.
Bruno didn't care about this family.
He loves this family. I love this family. We all love this family. You're the one that doesn't care. You're the one breaking our home.
Don't you
The
ever...
miracle is dying because of you.
Like, do I give a fuck?
No, not one.
How many fucks do I give?
0.
Exactly. So therefore your comment is irrelevant.
Oh, really? That sucks. That's, I mean...
She didn't do this! I gave her a vision! It was me! I was like, go! And she was like, she only wanted to help. I don't care what you think of me. But if you're too stubborn to
I will have you know that shushing me at Pride is a felony hate crime.
I'll be okay. Not if we don't have a house. What? We don't have a house. I can't say we don't have a house. What is that? Not a house.
If I have to hear one more video start with "We don't talk about Bruno" joke, I am going to commit a felony. Have better material, make other jokes. There's a lot of them in this movie. But with that being said, I refuse to talk about anyone but this handsome rat bastard. I will talk about no one except Bruno. Look at him. He's so baby. He's so handsome. Oh my god. Why wasn't the movie about him? I'd pay legit a lot of money to watch that, because I basically didn't pay any money to watch this one. Anyway, hey yo guys, what is up? It's your homegrown TVNC, and finally, I am able to review Encanto. Oh my god, the amount of videos, TikToks, reviews, everything I have seen about this. I am afraid that this review is not even my own at this point. I could not get enough of this. And it wasn't because of the movie, it was because of the fans. As the title says, I'm sorry if you feel like it's clickbait, but Encanto was just a movie I watched and was over with. It gave the feels, it gave the everything, but it was just done. Then the fandom attacked. They came with the cosplays, the reviews, the little hidden secrets of Bruno hiding in the background of his song and vibing. A true king, vibing to your own diss track. We had no choice but to stand. So, Encanto is the latest Disney. Well, I'm recording this after Turning Red came out, but Encanto is the latest original True Blood, Blue Blood, the royal bloodline of the Disney conglomerate or whatever, and it's about a South American family named the Madrigals. and our main character Mirabel, who is born in a family of magical people, but she is the only one without magic, her and her grandmother, but apparently the grandmother forgets that fact, and she is like the black sheep. Everyone is kind of afraid of her, kind of treats her like an outcast, but she's still family, and they just gotta deal with her. Now, trouble is afoot in the Madrigal family, and Mirabel goes out to solve that problem, but surprise, the main antagonist of the show is the mother or the grandmother. And that was just so interesting. I think we are having a turn where movies nowadays are now focusing on a main central villain, but more of an antagonist, somebody who's just against the protagonist, and you can see them as the villain, but they're not really villainous. And I do like that story, because nowadays a lot of stories like to humanize the villain or try to give us a woe is me backstory, which kind of happened here, but this backstory involves people dying, so I don't want to come off as insensitive. So they try to have somebody more connected to the protagonist, or not in a mustache twirling villain kind of role. So when they give us the woe is me backstory, you are more susceptible to it. Fuck, Turning Red did this too. I'm gonna literally be recording Turning Red after I finish this video. But in Encanto, the main antagonist is Abuela. Oh fuck, I forgot her real name, and I kept Alma. Her real name is Alma. The names in this, can we talk about that? I love the authenticity of this. Again, saying something is average is not a bad thing. I just feel like this movie isn't to the level of Zootopia. Any Disney movie that's come out since hasn't just hit that Zootopia stride for me, except Turning Red. But it's not the Turning Red review. Shut up. With Encanto, here's the thing. I forgot Raya and the Last Dragon came out, because I said, oh my god, why isn't there any good Disney movie since Zootopia? Encanto was really good, but I just felt like there was a void. And then I don't know how, I just remembered, oh shit, Raya came out. Oh shit, that really sucks for that. You can go watch my senpai Ziran's breakdown about it. She has like a whole 5-hour documentary on why that movie sucked, and I relate, I vouch. Well, I can't really vouch, I'm not one of them, but I understand, and now I can better grasp why that movie just faded from my mind. I know some people are going to bring up Moana, but Moana didn't really stick the landing with me. Jay liked that one better. And with Encanto, it was just a fun time. I didn't cry at the end. I think the thing with Encanto was the landing didn't stick as well. The whole first act, second act were perfect, but the ending just felt, I won't say hollow, but it left me wanting more. And not to say it was a bad ending, it was really campy, quirky. It's so cute and quirky, but it could have been better. I don't know, maybe it's because I felt like Abuela didn't get as much as she deserved. But now revisiting that thought, some might say, oh, what did you want them to do? Yell at her. Some people who like defending Abuela be like, what more did you want them to do? Hurt her? And I'm over here like, well, there's a river right there, drown the bitch. Maybe it's because I live with not one, not two, not three, not four, probably not even five, but I'm gonna cap it at five abuelas in my life. So I have literally no sympathy for people like this. But her backstory is really tragic, but it doesn't excuse the hurt she's inflicted on her family. Am I allowed to say that? Because there's this kind of culture war going on where if white people try and criticize this movie, the Latin Americans come for their throats. And I'm scared. But can we just agree that just because somebody had a shitty life, or they got hurt in their life, or something bad happened to them, it does not excuse what they do to the current generation. We can understand, but let us grow. I think the difference here is that Alma grew, or we saw her grow, and then she all of a sudden accepted Bruno. We never got confirmation why Bruno left. Like, he left because of the visions, but in the deleted scenes, it was said that if Bruno left, he'd be dead to Abuela. So there's more there that a simple hug from her should not have remedied that. But she's his mom, and he's been living in the walls. Oh my god, I saw like I think an Instagram post or a TikTok or something with Bruno in the wall, and his sister's outside and they're eating like a cake or something. And I said, oh no, he's celebrating his sister's birthday without them. It's so sad. And then it clicked. Oh fuck, they're triplets. It's their birthday. Oh no, I'm destroyed. Like I said, it's the fandom that actually elevated this movie for me. And that's what I love about some fandoms. They can make a shitty thing better. Not to say this is shitty, but this was average and the fandom was able to make it awesome for me. They elevated it and made me see more than what it was. Because at the end of the day, this movie holds so much cultural importance and significance to a lot of people. So my opinion really doesn't matter. Nobody should give a shit about it. I should have said this at the start, but my opinion on this movie means jack fuck all. It's the people who this movie is about that it's their voices that we should really be heeding and hearing. Not to say that, oh, somebody who isn't Latin American or South American, fuck, I hope I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I hope I'm not confusing two different things. But it's those people who should matter more in discussions, but that's not to say people who aren't from that tribe or culture or race of people. What the fuck am I saying? People who aren't that, their voices shouldn't be like drowned as well. Their opinions of it matter, but just doesn't matter as much. Why does that sound wrong to say? That sounds off. If I'm wrong, let me know. So the movie really touches on the theme of, hey, even if you're special, doesn't mean you get shit easy. So Mirabel is the black sheep and she feels ostracized and left out and oh my god, I'm not as great as everyone. But through the movie she finds out that, oh, her family have power, and with great power comes great responsibility. And she just figures out that, oh, these people are being crushed under the weight of all these responsibilities that their grandma is putting on them, because she never ever wants anyone around her to experience what she experienced, which was just a fucking tragedy. Oh my god, like fuck those people. I really do hope the magic just evaporated them. I think it did, but fuck those guys. Oh my god, it's so annoying. And there's also to touch on the little thing about like ethnicity and, you know, white and South American. Is there a difference between South American and Latin American? God, I'm such an idiot. We don't get taught history where I'm from, so hell, we get taught geography, but you just know we're learning about planets and soils and stuff. So I just feel my education system failed me horrendously. Like, I know the American justice system. Well, the American justice system is also fucked up, but the American education system is not all that better. But my education system, you're good at math and English, but everything else is a coin toss. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the whole ethnicity thing where there's, you know, TikTok, people are like, you have no right to talk about this, oh, you're white, or you're this, or you're that. And there was this one TikTok from a girl that I saw. She said that when you look at the original triplets, the three of them, Bruno is darker skin, Julieta is like medium skin tone, and Peppa is white, well, white presenting or white passing. And I remember watching the trailers and I would see like Peppa in the background or something. I'm like, oh my god, who is this white bitch coming to fuck up all this culturally significant whatever? And then watching the show and they're like, oh my god, they're all related. They're from the same womb. They're from the same mother. Hello. And then she explained that the people got intermixed with whites and Latin American. I'm just gonna say Latin American. I think that's the one. I'm just gonna stick to that and pray to God Almighty I'm correct. If I'm not, I truly deeply apologize. My excuse for that is I'm an idiot. I could Google search it, but I'm also lazy. I'm a lazy idiot. So in the sense that, okay, Julieta, the TikTok girl was like, Julieta is not any less Latino. That's the word we're using. Julieta isn't any less Latino than the rest of her siblings, because just because she looks white skin, orange hair, doesn't make her any less Latino or denounces or takes away her Latino heritage. Same thing with Julieta and Bruno. Just because they're dark skinned doesn't mean they have any less of a white lineage. So she was basically saying, own you, own how you're Latino, don't let anybody tell you anything. And I really found that inspiring and inspirational, and I really liked it. But can we talk about names for a bit? Sorry, I keep jumping around, but that's just how my brain works. The names, is it Julieta or Julieta? Because when I was watching this, I did not know Mirabel's mom's name. Talking about everyone but the main character. I did not know Mirabel's mom's name. And when I found out, I was like, oh, Julieta. Okay, that sounds really cute. And then this TikTok girl that I was talking about was calling her Julieta. So I was like, oh, is it that thing where, you know, there's a J at the start of the name, but the people pronounce it like H, you know, like Jose or Jesus. So is it like that? But then I saw some people spell it with a H instead of a J. But I think her door is a J in like promotional pictures. And also Dolores, my favorite character. Oh my god, I love this bitch to an unhealthy degree. And I did not think Dolores was a Latin American name like that. It sounds so rich. The last time I heard that name was this bitch. And if this is tingling anything in your head, yes, Dolores Umbridge, the first character I ever read in fiction that made me violently murderous, homicidal, that's the word. Unfortunately now Joanne is a Dolores Umbridge of her own. How the mighty have fallen. But yeah, Dolores, I did not think like Dolores and Dolores, like I don't know, it's like the Julieta and Julieta thing. It's like, okay, was it originally a Latin American name that the whites appropriated, or was it a white name that just got turned, that has like now this Latin American spin on it? Because we have English names over here that when you hear them being pronounced, oh boy, you will not understand what name they're trying to say. And I guess it's all just accents, but I just love, again, I guess it's the interconnectivity of it all. They have like white lineage, so if they have white names, it will come off as different because of how they pronounce it. And the characters, oh my god, the characters, there's so many. I cannot even remember. Oh no, his name is Felix. I was gonna say I can't even remember the kid who got like animal speaking powers dad's name. I think it's Felix, but then I forget the kid's name. I forget Mirabel's older sister's name. I know the one at the top. I forgot it right now anyway, but the big buff one who Disney was like, we're not gonna produce toys of her. Nobody wants a buff girl. Let's produce Luisa. Yes. Then what's the flower bitch's name? Disney didn't produce Luisa toys because they thought it wouldn't sell, and then it was the one flying off the shelves, and then the flower bitch's one is the one that people didn't like. This movie was just a treat. And the songs, okay, we need to talk about the songs. When this thing first came out, all people would ever talk about is We Don't Talk About Bruno. And then I heard them say, oh, it's surpassed Let It Go, and being a secret Frozen 1 fan, Frozen 2 wasn't really that good, but I like the music of Frozen 2, but being a secret Frozen 1 fan, I sprinted to YouTube and I was like, this can't be. And then I saw the views and I was like, ha, they fucking thought. They had me for a solid second. But then looking further into it, they were talking about Spotify numbers, but who gives a damn about Spotify? That doesn't matter. Was Spotify even around when Frozen 1 came out? I don't think so. Let It Go will still forever be the queen and king of Disney replayable music. That kids were singing that shit on the streets. I don't hear kids singing We Don't Talk About Bruno. It's just depressed grown-ups like us who sing it. And that song is a fucking earworm. Oh my goodness. I have never had a song terrorize me in the dead of night so profusely. I think that song's playing in my head for 2 weeks. But more realistically, without exaggeration, probably 4 days. Because I just go to bed and then just wake up. My mind has a mind of its own, as we can tell, but as I'm sleeping, it just keeps replaying, and the fucking phrase that keeps replaying is 7-foot frame rats along his back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black. Yeah, he sees your dreams and feasts on your screams. We don't touch you. That song is fucking infectious. It's a hate crime at this point. I feel personally attacked, and Camilo just became a fan favorite. Girls were tripping. I hope him and Dolores are legal. They have to be, because Mirabel is 16, so Dolores and Camilo is, they should be 2 years older than him, because Camilo remembered when Bruno left, and my brain was like, oh, Bruno left 25 years ago, and it's like, no, Bruno left 10 years ago. So but Mirabel had already been given her gifting ceremony, and Mirabel is was 6 then, probably, yes. So Camilla should have been 8 or something, and Dolores probably 9. Again, Google is right there. My phone is right here. I literally had to look up the lyrics for We Don't Talk About Bruno so I don't fuck it up, but I don't want to check. I like it when you guys tell me things. It's like I learn, I communicate. We have a community and an interaction. But Dolores literally has to be above 18, I assume, because she, at the end of the movie, she got with the hunk that she liked, and he's a really grown man, and it would be really problematic for him to be in a relationship with a minor. But at the same time, we don't even know how old he is. He could be 19 and she could be 22 or whatever. I don't fucking care. I'm getting off track. But I just hope they're legal for the sake of all the fan artists that are just losing their absolute minds. And also, talking about the powers in this movie, I feel so bad for Dolores. Super hearing? What the fuck? A lot of people are like, oh no, super hearing everything. You can hear everything. But have you noticed that after, I think when she got her powers, obviously maybe Mirabel was born by then, the only other kid that was born is her youngest brother. Maybe there's a reason for that, the families realize, oh shit, no. It's too awkward. Or maybe her baby brother was conceived before she got her powers. I doubt, but that's just a terrible thing to inflict on a person, and to just think of these horny adults holding it in because this person in their household can just hear everything. Imagine if Dolores' room is soundproof. That would be nice, but their rooms cater to their powers. So if we're not careful, her rooms have all these not telescopes, but you know how telescopes help you see into the stars. I don't know why that sentence fucked me up, but imagine a telescope for ears. I can see the visualization of it, but I don't know the word. I don't even know if the word exists. So that might just be all over her room, helping her hear people better. Just acoustics, making whatever people say just ring louder in her room. Also, another thing I wanted to point out was the whole marriage stuff. It's kind of dark, but we know that the oldest sister, Flower Bitch, until I can remember her name, she was gonna get married to Buff Dude. Now, we assume this was when Abuela started going off the rails, but I believe it happened long before then, because if you look at the parents, Peppa and Felix have this very lovey-dovey, cuddly relationship, but obviously I think they started having kids later, so it's safe to assume that Julieta had kids first. I'll call her Julieta because that's what the Latino TikToker said, and I don't want to call her Julieta because that just sounds wrong. But Julieta sounds correct, and I've heard Julieta before. I know the name Juliet, but not Julieta. Back to my main point. Sorry for jumping around. So we can assume that Julieta got married first to Mirabel's dad, whose name I genuinely don't even think I heard. I don't remember it. And what's stopping Abuela from hitching her to him? Because I think they say he's from the city, he's prim, he's proper, and that would be the perfect fresh marriage. Now, I'm not saying that it's a loveless marriage. I'm just saying when they got married, they were not in love, but they found love together, and the dad probably liked her, just like how the buff dude liked Flower Bitch, then started liking Dolores, which, okay, dude, I see you. Your feelings mean nothing. But it's really sad to think about, honestly, because I can see a situation just like with Flower Bitch, where she was willing to marry him. We didn't even know she didn't like the guy. We saw hints, the most subtle of hints, but she was so looking forward to the engagement, to talking to him, to everything, that you could not tell that she was dreading this thing on the inside. So when she revealed it, it was oh shit. But the same thing with her mom. Her mom could just be oh, I'm just gonna do this, and then she just found love with him. So I guess with Flower Bitch, she could have found love with this buff dude. But now looking at the colors of her dress from memory, I'm saying all of this from memory, her dress was black. There was some black and green. So I'd hazard a guess that she's asexual or aromantic, red and green. So she's probably aromantic, and she couldn't have developed anything for this person, but her mom was able to. But I don't want to put more negative deeds on Abuela's head, because she has enough. She has enough trauma, and she's trying to be better. The ending could have worked more. I do believe more people should have relayed their grievances to her. But also, again, thinking back on that, did I say this at the start of the video? It's been 20 minutes and I can't remember what the fuck I just said. I can't, but I think Mirabel was the only one who deserved to unleash her rage on Abuela, because at the end of the day, the others kind of had Abuela's love, as sick and twisted as it is, but Mirabel was still the one being put in the puppy playhouse. She wasn't allowed at the big kids table, so she had the most right and ground to unleash that on Abuela, but unfortunately that's what stopped the magic. Oh my god, the TikToks about the magic. This one resonated with my soul.
Mirabel, you must stay out the way.
Abuela, please.
Wait, no, adios mío.
Not lying, I would 100,000% be that petty, come into the room with my wet hands, holding up the candle and smothering that magical flame with my wet fingertips, because fuck all of y'all. Since Abuela has decided to make it, since Abuela has decided to terrorize me with it, I'm gonna make it everyone's problem. Or since Abuela decided to make it my problem or her problem, I'm gonna make it everyone's problem. No one is gonna rest in that house. But Mirabel is a saint, because literally her name is one letter off from magical. No, miracle. It's the Madrigals that's one letter off from magical. And the end of the movie suddenly made sense to me, where it's like, oh, she said she prayed to her dead husband for a miracle, and she's like, Mirabel, it's you. It finally makes sense to me now. Oh my god. Also, how did they get such a accurate portrait of him? Were there cameras back then? This was taken in the 1950s, I presume. There were cameras, but I doubt there was enough time to take, or maybe it's like their wedding pictures, but they got driven from their home. Regardless, again, average movie elevated by the fandom. So many little hidden things. The animation. They went for this whole more storybook aesthetic. I'm speaking out of my ass right now, but they try and, with scenes like Luisa's music, they had this whole different scenes. Like, they are not afraid to just bend reality and just put things that do make sense in the moment just to enhance what you're seeing and visualizing, and they're just flexing their animation muscles. Isabella, that is the name of the flower bitch. Oh my god. So I'm not even talking about her. Yeah, even Isabella's room, everything, the majesty of the animation, but nothing was as well animated as Mirabel's skirt. My fucking goodness. The animation team said, yeah, we're gonna show out, because with every Disney movie there's something that the animation team just likes to go balls deep in and just go off the rails to the extremes. With Rapunzel, I remember it was her hair, and then in Tangled it was also hair, but then the details of the clothes, which you can't even see. I believe they said all the hair on Rapunzel's head was just like a section or something of Elsa's head, so they're just getting better and better. But with this movie, they put all their animation prowess into Mirabel's fucking skirt. Shit had a personality of its own, and me and Jay just love it. It was just a sight to behold. Shit was moving when it did not need to move. This was a gorgeously beautiful movie. Everything was just wonderful to look at. Bruno is the best. Please be my baby daddy. But it was just a fun time, a fun movie. I haven't heard any gripes or negatives or like, oh no, this bad thing about Encanto. Everything was just perfect. Even the ending, as far my opinions on it be damned. Again, I really need to specify that it was a solid ABC plot, and by the end, when everyone's powers left, I would have preferred if their powers didn't come back. I would have liked if Mirabel got powers, but the theme of the story is, from what I gather, a new matriarch is being placed. Mirabel is the new Abuela, so she doesn't have powers because she's the new person who brings the family together, and the whole house is hers now. She always had a better connection to La Casa Madrigal, and I just found that cute. I don't know why. I just hated how Abuela used to rub it in her face that she has nothing, when Abuela has nothing too, but she has a door, but she's the one that keeps everyone together. Well, now Mirabel keeps everyone together and she owns the house, bitch. Yeah, when their powers left, I felt like everyone was just happier, healthier, and then he came back and it's like, oh no. But it would have been sad if they just lost their powers, but I feel like maybe they should have been the power of family. This gift that we gave you is now being considered a curse. I have been talking for too long. I need to end the video here. I really do find it fitting that in the review of Encanto, the main character is the person I talk least about because they're the one that don't have superpowers. It's so sad, it's so tragic. But I really do like the theme of even people without powers do get left behind. They just feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. And the people who do feel good enough also feel immense pressure, because at the end of the day, Isabella's whole resentment towards her sister was because she felt like she didn't have any of the stress or burdens. She was able to live freely, but she was not able to see it from her sister's perspective of, hey, I'm being fucking bullied, railed by my family. I'm not allowed to leave the nursery. But for Mirabel, she doesn't see that her sisters are practically drowning under the pressure, how they have to keep things up. Or Isabella's song, even though, oh, what else can I do? In the song, I think she said something about when you're gifted, like if you're young and you're gifted, everyone praises you. But when you get older and things get harder and you're no longer gifted, suddenly it's your problem. And I hope I'm not projecting or I'm remembering things wrong, but I found that spoke to me. I was never a gifted child. Make no mistake. Not even close. But I do resonate with that idea of gifted children being a heavy burden being put on them, and then as they grow, and then like a dumbass like me is getting grades on par with them, you can see them having mental breakdowns. And it's like, no, you just developed earlier than everyone else. Now you're matching the same pace as us. So somebody who used to be special, who is no longer considered special, just fucks them up. And I believe that we as a society, I'm not saying don't praise a child when they do good, but don't make that their whole identity. So when they are no longer not good, they just question their whole reality. Not me though. Ha! I feel bad for my parents. They tried so hard to make me achieve greatness, and I'm like, no. But here I am now as an adult. People are like, oh my god, you're so smart. And I'm like, I know. I just never tried to apply myself. Ever. Why should I? School is useless. And I'm proving that right now. My degree ain't bringing me money, but this YouTube channel sure is. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. Thanks so much for clicking to watch. Turning Red review coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. Watch all the other amazing stuff on my channel. I really am trying to pump out more content. And yeah, that's been all for me, folks. Thanks so much for clicking to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all other things. And with that being said, this is CBC. Mwah. Signing out. Hey, grew to live in fear of Bruno's stuttering and stumbling. I could always see them sort of muttering and mumbling. I associate him with the sound of falling sand. Shh, shh, shh. It's a heavy lift with a gift so humbling. Always left Abuela and the family fumbling, grappling with prophecies they couldn't understand. Do you understand? 7-foot frame, right along his back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black. Yeah, he sees your dreams and feasts on your screams. We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno.